Hello everyone, Lucas Weber here with Ag Business and Crop, and today we're going to go over some of the results we see using the RevoCast, which we spread with the XAG P100 Pro. So a few key considerations before we get into the results. We want to know that we are using two different seeds, so we're using barley as well as winter wheat. We broadcasted our product into standing winter wheat, which was harvested 2 to 3 weeks after we broadcasted. Next, we flew at 31 miles an hour. So that's the max speed that the XAG P100 Pro can fly, as well as we only got a little bit of moisture to cover up the seeds a couple days after broadcasting. So now looking at the results, we're going to be looking at the different elevation as well as different swath widths and seeing what kind of difference that made. So from what we saw in the field, looking at that 7-meter elevation above ground level gave us that nice even conformity of a plot, but on the edges of the plot, it kind of gave it a more of a wave. So the higher you go, the wider it spreads. We got up to 30 feet on our single strips at our 8-meter elevation. We got around 32 feet swath width. So it really, the higher you go, the really wide you can spread. But on the edges, you just don't get that conformity. So on the headlands, you might see a little bit more variation. Whereas when we went to the swath width and changing those settings, we flew at 5 meters, but that 22 feet swath width still gave us enough overlap that we saw really good uniformity. But as soon as we went to 24, you could kind of see a little bit more gaps, or where a seed was less germinated, less put down. Then looking at our single rows from our 5 to our 8-meter elevation, we got up to 32 to 36 feet swath width at our 8-meter elevation. And then we got at our 5-meter elevation more 22 to 26 feet swath width. So that kind of tells you the best change you want to do in your flying is potentially elevation above ground level. So it's better to change elevation than it is swath width. I would keep that 22-foot swath width, but I'd maybe increase the elevation to around 6 meters above ground level to have that nice even conformed spread, still controlling the line on the edge enough that it's keeping that conformity there. Other than that, go check out the first part of this video on our YouTube channel and our other videos. And as always, happy flying, and we'll see you soon.